The Drake Bulldogs and the Omaha Mavericks get set to do battle inside the Unidome here on the campus of the University of Northern Iowa in Cedar Falls, as we are officially on the back half of the 2022 Doc Halverson Unidome Classic. Game 4 of 6 here on day 2 of 3 for this awesome yearly event here in Cedar Falls. I'm David Warrington, joined by Brian Erbe, excited to bring you some action between the Bulldogs and the Mavericks. And now we'll go ahead and take a look at the batting order to get things started tonight for the Drake Bulldogs out of Des Moines, Iowa. Libby Ryan will lead us off. She's followed by Johnson and Valtman. Then we've got Laura, Rigby, and Betzinger. Lightning, Koenig, and Heidi Wheeler will bat in the 9th spot for Drake. Head coach for the Bulldogs in his 19th year is Rich Calvert. And now let's take a look at what Omaha will put out there defensively. Sedlak, Eltsey, and Weber along the outfield. We have White, O'Brien, Tucker, and Johnson in the infield. Sydney Ross is behind the plate. She'll be doing the catching for the Mavericks. And in the circle for Omaha, we have Cameron Meyer. She was their best pitcher a year ago. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Came back and got her. That looked like a ball up in the air in the strike zone, maybe a rise ball, and go 10 pitches deep and hit a ground ball to the shortstop. But at the same time, that's a good quality at bat when you're fouling stuff off.
And she draws the walk there. The payoff pitch high. Ball 4. She takes the trip down to first base. A good start.
Putting him in scoring position, and it paid off for him.
Always love to see the strategy as that one's roped out to center field. Deep back at the wall. Catch made right at the wall by Izzy Eltsey out there. Johnson will tag up in advance to third. A really nice job to range back and make the grab. Izzy Eltsey, center fielder for the Mavericks. Playing right field today. Just a multi-talented athlete. As she gets a piece of that one, sends it right to the first baseman as Taylor Johnson pulls it in to retire the side. Runner got to third, but no damage for the Bulldogs. Omaha is up next. Here's a look at the starting batting order for the Mavericks. Izzy Eltsey will lead us off. She's followed by Tucker, White, and Ross. The big bat of Taylor Johnson will bat 5th. Sedlak, Weber, and Cervini, and then Maggie O'Brien, the shortstop, will bat in the 9-hole. Head coach for Omaha in his very first season is Mike Hurd. He's looking to get his first win as the head coach of the Mavericks. 6.69 ERA. She'll look to lower that this year as that pitch chopped right back to Richards. She turns, throws, but not in time, as it took a high bounce and Eltsey was hustling out of the box, and she reaches safely at first. Let's see Betzinger, Johnson, and Laura in the outfield. Koenig, Ryan, Wheeler, and Valtman around the infield. Skylar Rigby's doing the catching, and as we mentioned, Emma Richards, sophomore out of Waukee High School, is in the circle. A full count delivery. Line back at the second baseman, and that's going to be a double play as they turn 2. Nice diving effort from the Bulldogs' second baseman, Heidi Wheeler. Takes that one, called strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Richards gets the strikeout looking. Nothing across the plate in either half of the first inning. And that one's in there for a called strike 3. Rigby goes down on 3 pitches for the strikeout. Drake located in Iowa State capital of Des Moines. A lot of good softball played around that area. As Beitzinger draws the walk, she'll head over to first base. Runner aboard here in the top of the second.
They just need to get on the field and put some things together.
That one sent up the middle. Leitner's aboard with the base hit. First hit of the game for the Bulldogs. As now runners on first and second. Nobody occupying first base at the moment. There's the pitch. That one taken inside, and that'll put the bases full. Runners everywhere here with just 1 out in the top of the second. See what she comes back with here. 3-0. And that one misses low, and that's going to give the Bulldogs the lead. Wheeler gets the RBI walk as Beitzinger will jog down 60 feet from third base. Touch home plate. The Bulldogs lead at 1-0. Ryan digs in for the 1-2 pitch. Meyer delivers. Puts a swing on it, sends it over to White at third base. She'll go home and gets her at home plate. Great job by the third baseman, Jamie White, saving a run. This is a big pitch in this game. Meyer sends the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and she avoids any further damage, just gives up the 1 run.
Took a while. She
That one chopped into short right field, and the catch is made by the second baseman. That was Heidi Wheeler ranging back and making the play for out number 1.
They had to throw that ball out. Johnson must have flattened it on one side.
And that pitch just catches the corner. Perfectly placed pitch from Richards. Gets the strikeout looking. 2 down here in the bottom of the second for the Mavericks. She's a grad student out of Gretna, Nebraska. First pitch swinging, sends it into center field. Shortstop rather, ranging back, makes the play. Libby Ryan. Good job there to get into short center field and make the grab to retire the side. Completely changed the course of that game. So good job by Meyer to not panic. She does lose Voltman here as she'll take the trip down to first base. Full padding there acting as the backstop. And that one gets away from her.
Ball 4.
Not sure she realized at first that it was ball 4, but now she will take the trip down to first base. Runners on first and second, still nobody out. 6th walk. She lays down a bunt. You mentioned they like to play the small ball, and it works pretty well there. Johnson comes up and fields, gets the out at first base. The payoff pitch taken outside, and that will load the bases. Beitzinger heads down to first base, and you got runners everywhere now. Swings at that one, sends it to second base, gets the runner at first, or at second. Can't get the runner at first, however, runner coming home. She's tagged out. And that is going to end the inning. Maybe a questionable base running decision there. Gets a good piece of that one, sends it into left field, but the catch is made out there. Nice grab by Aubrey Beitzinger. Slaps the first pitch, sends it up the middle, and gets into center field for a base hit. Cervini was 2 for 2 in the Mavericks loss to Iowa State, and she gets this game started for herself with a base hit up the middle.
Not a bad situation to run in with a left-handed hitter up and some wheels at first base.
She chops that one to first base. Easy play made. They throw to second, and they nearly caught base runner Cervini napping there as she took the turn. Still 2 away here in the bottom of the third. Now a runner standing over on first base. Gets a good piece of that one. It's going to be fielded by the shortstop, but no throw to be made as Ryan, by the time she got it cleanly fielded, didn't have a chance to throw out the speedy Lindsey Tucker, and she's safely aboard. 3-1 delivery. Takes a swing at it, sends it into shallow center field. Nobody's going to get there. That'll score 1. They're going to hold up the runner at third base. Tucker stays at third, but we are all tied up. RBI base hit to center field for Jamie White. It's a brand new ball game here at 2-2. Ross does find herself behind 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 as Richards will get out of it without any further damage. But the Mavericks bring across 2 in the inning, and they tie the game at 2 apiece. Meyer with the 0-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Koenig down on strikes. 3 straight pitches. And you see Omaha pick there to finish 4th in the Summit League. As the payoff pitch taken outside, ball 4. And Wheeler takes the trip down to first base.
Jacobs decided we'd just go to 1, or he would just go to 1 field.
Probably a wise move as the strikeout, throw him out, double play to end the inning. See the strikeout there. Ross makes a throw to catch the runner stealing. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Gets a piece of that one, pops it up in the middle of the infield. Middle infielders bump into each other just a touch, but they do make the catch. As it was Heidi Wheeler ranging over to her right to make the grab. 3-1 pitch. Swung on, popped up, and that will be caught. Nice grab there by the catcher behind home plate for the Bulldogs. That was Skylar Rigby ranging back into foul ground behind the plate to make the grab. Here's the 0-1 pitch for Richards. Swung on, belted into the left center gap, and that's going to take a high bounce off the turf. Over the fence, ground rule double. Nice piece of hitting there for Rachel Weber. A little bit of 2-out magic perhaps for the Mavericks. They've got to start. She likes to go to it fairly often. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And a called strike 3 ends the inning. A runner reaches second base, but nothing across. for the Mavericks. We're still tied up at 2 apiece. Pitch count starting to get up there for Meyer. She's got 95 here through 4 full. There's number 96, chopped.
Tough play.
Back to Meyer. She can't make the play. Throws it away, but it's going to be backed up by the right fielder. 3-2 delivery, swung on, chopped to second base, takes a funny hop, but she handles it, and that's going to be just not quite in time for the double play, but they do get the lead runner. 3-1 delivery. Swings on, sends it into right field, and that'll be a base hit. It advances the runner up to second base. Now first and second with just 1 away here in inning number 5. I can imagine Meyer getting a little bit frustrated. A couple pitches she thought were good. She thought might have been strikes. Could have gotten a strikeout. Instead, she finds herself facing a full count. That one's chopped. Picked up by the shortstop. She'll throw over to first. They get the out there, as they do get 1 out. 2 away now, but 2 runners in scoring position. Beitzinger digs in. 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Meyer with her 6th strikeout of the day. She's fired up, and she gets out of the inning without any damage. No runs come across. 0-1 delivery from Richards. That one's hit off the glove of Koenig, and she's going to be aboard is O'Brien. Hot shot right to the hot corner there. Third base, Carrie Koenig playing over there, and she'll be aboard. Much better situation than what Meyer has for the Mavericks. Tucker watches that one. And that is a called strike 3. She goes down looking. Richards gets another strikeout, as here is the 0-1 delivery. Swung on right back into the glove of Richards. Great reaction time to catch the ball and retire the side with no damage done. Full 6 games of softball. We started all the way back at 8 o'clock this morning. And we got the rest of this game and then 2 more. That's a swing and a miss for strike 3 for Leitner. She goes down swinging. Strikeout number 7 for Meyer. Could go either way here. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. She evens it up. 8 walks and 8 strikeouts, as Koenig goes down swinging.
Regardless of the 3-0 count, they need a base runner, and
they will get the base runner there, as ball 4 allows Wheeler to head down to first base. 2-2 delivery from Meyer. And that one's in there for a called strike 3. Ryan goes down looking, and Meyer gets her 9th strikeout of the game. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th, still tied up. Drake and Omaha knotted at 2. 70th pitch from Richards on the way. Change up's going to land in right field. Leadoff base hit from Ross. Split the difference between the second baseman and the right fielder. And she is aboard at first base. She does have some power, does Johnson. Puts a good swing into that one, but pops it up. The shortstop settles underneath of it, and Ryan makes the grab, just ranging back a little bit into short left center. Payoff pitch on the way. Taken inside, ball 4. Sedlick will jog down to first base. 2 on with just 1 out. As the big spot in the game, 2 on with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. And Weber stepping up to the plate. She has the double today. Rips that one into right center, and it's going to be a ground rule double, and that will score a run. They waved the runner home, but it went over the fence, and they're telling Sedlick she needs to go back to third base because she was at first. But a huge hit for Rachel Weber, her 2nd double of the day. Always a tough call to make. Home plate umpire really doesn't have the very good advantage, or vantage point I should say, on that. As that's a little dribbler down the first baseline and foul. Sedlick comes across the plate, but she'll have to go back with the foul ball. Hupke with the delivery. That ball is in there for a called strike 3, and Hupke does a nice job coming in relief. But the damage is done. Mavericks going into the top of the 7th with the 3-2 lead. Last chance for the Bulldogs coming up. That would be a huge help as they try to clinch this victory. That one sent over to third base. Whitefield, throw over to Johnson is in time. Yes, the out is called by the first base ump. 1 away. Nice play from White. 2-0 delivery, swung on, sent into the outfield. They're ranging over to get it, and a nice play there from Sedlick in left field. Called off the center fielder Eltsey. Like the communication there, as for a moment it looked like they were going to crash into one another. But instead Sedlick makes the grab, and the Mavericks are 1 away. That one chopped over to O'Brien at short, makes the throw, and that is going to do it. Our final score, Omaha 3, Drake 2. First career win for Mike Hurd as the head coach at Omaha. And the Mavericks get their first win of the season.